Hello everyone, welcome back to Enter the Underground. I'm Daniel and I'm joined by my frequent collaborator and best friend Christian. Today we are about 3 months removed from our last EP release, Metal Man, and we want to do a similar video to our Spider and Grey video where we do a little brief overview and in-depth, like, breaking down all of the different stages of the process. So the first thing I want to get into is the conception side. So around March or maybe late February of last year, I pitched Metal Man to Christian as a jazz rap project where we would do 3 originally composed jazz songs. And the original title was Metal Man and the Stars, or Metal Man and His Stars. I wanted it to be to sound like a band name in that way. And then we would have a rap song sampling it directly right after. So as the production went on, after we finished Spider and Grey and we started working on the actual songs themselves, I was trying to use live instruments. I had the trumpet and the keyboard, and it was a very ambitious project to do at that time, and it didn't really work out in that way. It really turned into more orchestral than jazz, and I'll get to that more in the production side.
So for the themes of this EP that we've done, as Daniel has said before, that there was 3 orchestral songs that were before jazz songs, and then 3 rap songs, which is songs that you've kind of seen already on Spider and Grey, but just a lot better. So for the themes for the jazz songs, the first one being Celeste was kind of the idea of us having a hope to make it to heaven, and the idea that there's no fear and making it to Celeste, really. It became sort of a preacher song with a feature from my cousin as well on that chorus. And then Lights and Shadows, which is track 3, was all about hope and the perspective of us and seeing things both on the light side and dark side, hence the name Lights and Shadows, and really speaking about us and really wanting to continue to have hope in who we are and our destiny and what we're doing together as a collab. And then finally was Broken Metal, which was the perspective of Metal Man and us really wanting to find peace within ourselves, and us being very remorseful for the destruction and kind of letting that be an allegory rather for the wasted time and regrets that we've had. And then for the rap songs, of course, Chrome Skinned was all about like the actual chrome itself, and in the chorus I speak about how like everything that you say is going to reflect off me, and it's a lot more braggadocious and kind of still following a little bit of the theme from Celeste, but it's a continuation of it. Second Death is kind of in the name itself, about second death, and how we don't really want to waste any time, and it's also another braggadocious rap song as well. And then Amongst the Stars, we kind of wanted to carry the same themes from Behind the Mask, where we really spoke about, it was like our most personal song. We kind of just wanted to treat it like the end, and I say in the end of that one, like, I've made it to an area where I can feel my heart, I'm amongst the stars. Really us, like, kind of finishing this era and moving on to the next one.
Alright, so as I said before, we went from more of a jazz production style and that as the first genre to this more orchestral and self-composed genre. So for the orchestral songs, specifically Celeste, and you can kind of see that a little bit in Lights and Shadows, there's a lot of inspiration from Vanished Horizon Scraper from Quedeca, and he was a huge inspiration for these orchestral songs, obviously taking a lot of inspiration from a lot of orchestral music and classical music that I've heard before. I've always liked to do more originally composed works, or at least I've wanted to. This is very far out of my element. I'm usually a sample-focused producer in everything I do. Everything on Spider and Grey was samples, and here the rap songs are samples of those original compositions that I made. So these rap songs are directly sampled. Chrome Skin is has direct chops ripped right from Celeste, and then the production side is something that you would hear in like maybe an early 2000s rap song. I have like 4 different snares on it. There's a really nice kick pattern, and then for Second Death, it's a lot more of a contemporary rap or trap song. I remember I took a lot of inspiration from I believe it was Travis Scott or Playboi Carti for that, specifically with that really crunchy bass line in there. And then with the actual melody in there, you have these like little quick stabs from the actual Lights and Shadows song. And then for Amongst the Stars, it's not exactly a sample, it's more of an interpolation. It reverses the chord progression from Broken Metal and uses it in a completely different way. It's more hopeful than Broken Metal, which is very melancholic and kind of depressing. And for Amongst the Stars, it was a very unique snare pattern and very unique kick pattern. That was the first time I actually produced with these like quick 808s. I've never done that before, and it was very interesting doing something like that. And what we'll get to for the lyricism, that was a very long song, long straight verses that I haven't really done before.
So for the lyrics of this EP, once again I'll go from the orchestral songs to the rap songs. For the orchestral songs with Celeste, which, as I said before in the themes, I brought my cousin Celia in to do the chorus for that one. And we decided to keep it very simplistic, kind of just having the chorus and then repeating chorus. And we really wanted it to be, as I said before, a preacher song, but also not sound too religious. And we wanted to keep the lyrics very simple and very direct to what we want to talk about in the song. And it worked out great for us. And for Lights and Shadows, sort of the same thing. But as you know, we've said before in our previous video that we really like to challenge ourselves. So we really work on different styles of writing and also different styles of who's going where and what kind of lyrics are being said. So obviously Daniel on that part, his first appearance on the EP where he has a very different type of verse where he's more singing and more inside the instruments that he's produced himself, following with my verse, which has a drum kick and just finishes the song off. And with Broken Metal, which obviously Daniel actually wrote most of that and decided to be more novel type, not really too poetic as he has in different songs, and has really made it one that stood out because it sounds not only professional but very descriptive and emotional at the same time. And then for the rap songs, obviously Chrome Skinned and Second Death are my two solo, or one solo, one with Daniel and Julian, where it's very more braggadocious, very in your face, and again, once again, we're just challenging ourselves, really trying to push the pen more and kind of show a lot more emotion, stay on theme, and still have a lot of relatability. And then for Amongst the Stars, as once again I said in the themes, I gave Daniel the first verse, a very long verse actually, which was challenging for him, which was good, but he managed to pull it off, did a great job, and then finished with my verse, where again we got very personal with the lyrics, really tried our best, and it ended up great.
So with this EP, we once again collaborated with Gabriel defreidrawz for the album cover. He did an amazing job just kind of showcasing exactly what we wanted and really bringing our vision to fruition. That rhymed. Yeah, the album cover was good. We wanted to make it, well, it's obviously very different. The last one was more black and white, and there's purple and more blues in that last one, so I wanted to directly change that, change the hues up entirely, so there's a lot more oranges and yellows in this one, and then for the next projects later, they're going to each have their own distinct colors and saturation. So Amazing job for the album cover, and it really works great as a first impression. You know, you have that it encapsulates the more the rap songs there, and then I feel like it perfectly encapsulates broken metal, which is kind of what that album cover portrays. So we're 2 EPs in. We got a couple more hopefully to go.
2 more.
Yeah. And yeah, what I said in the last video was that was the worst we were going to be, and I do still believe that. This is such an improvement from the last EP. It's more conceptual, obviously, with the more orchestral songs, but I'm already, more experimental, and I'm already, you know, I'm already working on new stuff, and I can just, I don't want to say too much, but that's already gonna, you know, blow this one out of the water. But that'll be it. I hope you get
better.
Yeah, I hope you give it a listen, and hopefully we'll see you guys in a couple months to talk about something new. Peace.